The smart device is what is really pushing the limits for all of us, whether you're at a hospital or whether you're at a stadium. Within Major League Baseball, when you look at the stadiums that are wired today, we're looking at less than a third. Last count was I have a phone call every month with a bunch of teams that have wired their stadium, the Giants, the Twins, Atlanta, and we're looking at less than 8 teams are on that call. So all of you know, if you've been to a stadium, I go to Reliant, I can't get I can't make a phone call, I can't browse the internet, I can't do a thing. And that's pretty much the state that the game is today. We're about a third of the way there. And what we would end up doing is we could walk away with 2 advantages. One was we could take the traffic which is in the stadium, hopefully divide that among the Wi-Fi, and divide that among the DAS, which it has done. And then also as part of implementing the DAS, we could pay for part of our Wi-Fi network. So the synergy for the Astros was actually outstanding. We could end up getting some economies of scale. We could end up having to pay for itself to some degree, or a good portion of it, and off we'd go. However, I did have 3 or 4 concerns walking into this. And the first one is we have a really big roof on our stadium. The second concern that I had was we have a lot of traffic on our 2.4 gigahertz network. We have, if you walk into the stadium, you'll see Ticketmaster, so they're validating your tickets. We have Airmark, who is running their point of sale off of part of that. If you're in the club section, before we upgraded our Wi-Fi, if you're in the club section, you see the attendants that run around and take orders from folks. It wasn't uncommon to see the attendant standing there with the little handheld thing holding up in the air, and oh my God, it was so embarrassing, because my wife would be down in our seats, and she would understand the problems that are going on in the stadium, and I would just get all sorts of grief when I would get it home, because she says, you know, I saw about 5 attendants standing like this upstairs. So it really wasn't pleasant. So the signal conflict is one of the issues that I was concerned about. Probably not next year, probably 2013. We're going to have bigger crowds. People are not going to wait in the line, so they can order off their iPhone, and then they simply get there, they show somebody their authentication code, pick their food up, and off they go. The other piece that we're going to implement a little bit, I think early part of next year, is going to be an MLB portal, and that's where you can see a lot of the replays that you normally will not see in the stadium. Major League Baseball has a requirement right now to where you do not show controversial plays. The portal that is operated by MLB will show a number of those controversial plays. What we really had to keep in focus is the fact that at the end of the day, the customer was the one driving the boat, and if we're to attract them to our venue and do well from an attendance standpoint when the team is doing bad, we have to provide the comforts they get at home in the stadium. Believe it or not, we have the worst record in Major League Baseball. However, we are sitting around 17th in attendance. So though our attendances went down, there's something that's going on economically that we're all aware of. But at the same time, I think competitive-wise, we stayed up with the rest of our competitors.